Can you believe this park is almost filled to the very brim with rides and everything else of that nature? But we still have more to build based on the amount of empty space that we still have here. I wonder what we could add. Hiya Borkers, I'm Jalen Fulf, and welcome back to Planet Coaster. First of all, let me rehire this guy. If I could actually get there, thanks game for denying me that opportunity. Anyway, last time we were here, we've managed to build one of my success stories. If you haven't heard, this is the success story over here. This little guy, the hybrid coaster, which apparently is actually very different from the other hybrid coaster we built earlier in the series. This is Steel Vengeance versus the other one, which is a Malice Unchained. So that makes sense in the long run, but then when you think about it, there's a lot of other key features that kind of make this one the success story as well. For instance, how many inversions there are relative to the entire track as well, and the idea that I only used inversions to create this guy, and setups for inversions, as in this little hill over here. And then to finish it off, just a quick turn and then a break. I don't see why the excitement rating would really go down as a result of that, but I'm pretty sure something would come out of that. But then again, I still find it as my success story, and I'm very happy with it. But what are we here for? Well, long story short, we're actually here for the possibility of creating new flat rides, and tracked rides, if you will. And we have a lot of empty space to work with, and not much of that empty space is unusable at this point. Either for this empty space over here, I could practically never build anything. Trees won't even do much. In fact, speaking of trees, off camera, I went ahead and built a lot of more trees as I went to give the indicator, oh, I'm not going to use this space. Maybe we'll leave it at that. Why not? But of course, there's bound to be other stuff that comes with it too. For instance, there's this empty space that I could work with, this empty space over here. And then there's some other stuff that I want to do later down the series that can improve the customer experience as well, because I noticed a lot of my messages here stating many guests are trapped, many guests are tired. I think I saw one that said guests are tired. It didn't say guests are tired. Where's guests? Guests. Many guests are thirsty, many guests are tired. I got a lot of drink stalls, and yet people are still saying they're thirsty. I don't get it. I guess I'm spreading my shops out way too far, honestly. I can't tell. Someone please tell me. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can build on these things, shall we? Even if it's not just a flat ride, let's see what I can build. Let's see what facilities I can build while I'm here. What do we got for small attractions? What's Mother Street? Oh, that's a big one. I can't even work with that. New York Cafe? Is that a shop within a shop? Oh yeah, that is definitely a shop with Chief Beef in it. I think I put a Chief Beef in this area as part of another big shopping complex, didn't I? Bratwurst. That's fantastic. Yeah, no Chief Beef here. I don't think. Yeah, Chief Beef's over here, but then again we could add another Chief Beef over here, just to make things a little interesting and make the and make it look like a city theme. I mean, I don't mind that. Then again, it's worth the effort of just trial and error is what I'm trying to say on this one. Just a basic trial and error, not gonna lie. It'll work. And of course, the classic tasty that Chief Beef always makes. That goes with it. So we'll need another vendor for that. I'm pretty sure that our existing vendors can already take care of that. Anyway, this empty space over here I might have some ideas for, but it looks like I might be able to do 2 flat rides here if I wanted to. So let's put rides. We already have a big Ferris wheel. I haven't done 360 power yet. How big is that? How big is 360 power? Not too big. I'll go ahead and add it. I'll go ahead and add it if I can just find a good space for it, like over here somewhere. Where it's not in the way of the heckin' monorail. God dang it. Like, that would be that would be decent enough. And I'd have to put the entrance on one side and the exit on the... I have to put the entrance and exit on one side each. Or that, or I could just put the entrance back here, and then the exit can go in the direction of the actual path itself, where the path can be an automatic. Provided it would work. I said place exit, and you don't... There we go. I could put it there and it still works. There we are. I mean, I could put it directly across from this exit path. It's not going to be too much of a problem, is it? I don't know. But the important thing is, when we connect entrance to path, it's just going to be a simple straight one. Not going to lie, I don't really enjoy that. I don't really, not really very, too keen on ideas when it comes to stuff like that, so don't bother me with on that stuff. But then again, who said it? Who said that hurt? Honestly, who said not having ideas can actually hurt you in the long run? I don't think anybody said that. Let me just I want to see how this works. Let me go ahead and pop a test on this buddy and see what it actually does, because I want to see this baby in action. This might actually work similarly to one of the other coasters from Planet Coaster that I remember. Oh yeah, that's similar to a coaster. That's definitely similar to a coaster. Open as is, we'll definitely work with that. But anywho, I think what's drawing our guests away is the scenery and our queue paths. Because let's go to one of our barren areas of the park back here where no one's getting off the monorail. Right over here where there's this little where the where I built the Oblivion over here. Practically almost no one's riding it. Monthly guests 0, lifetime guests 25. It's not getting any guests. What's going on? Your ride exceeds G-force limits. It affects the excitement factor of the ride. Oh, I need to see where the G-forces are coming into play here. I kind of thought I'd have a problem with that, honestly. I mean, we'll see. We'll see down the line. We still have a lot of empty space to work with, including this little empty space right here, including some parts of the lake that I could actually use for something. I might have an idea for that, actually. And come to think of it, we'll work on that later. But for now, there should be a second open spot in that same area where I put that 360 power. In fact, let's go to the rides again. And I do believe a Coriolis. Have I done a Coriolis yet? I don't think I've done a Coriolis. No, I haven't. It's one of those, Oh, it's one of these spinny things. Okay, cool. Then in that case, I could just make this one short and work with it. Short and sweet queue path, why not? And then over here with the path and everything... Perfect. That's easy enough. That takes care of Coriolis, which we can open up right away. Next, if we go further down this direction, I believe we have a couple of open spots here for other flat rides. Right here, too. What a wonder what I could use for this place. I don't know. Say, Monteleone? Oh, isn't this similar to, what's that ride called on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 well, yeah, what's that ride called on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 where the cars are so close together and they just go forwards for a couple of turns and then backwards for a couple of turns? What's that called again? Oh, that's right, it's called Thunderbobs. Sort of similar to that, almost. And, one real-life similarity, and I know that at some point or another, that particular ride is no longer existent, and I believe it was. If many of you are from the same area that I was originally from, then you would recognize a ride similar to this called the Matterhorn. Except I don't think it went backwards. It was probably a very different ride compared to that. But I think we all get the picture here. So that's the Monteleone. Little bit of extra space for all that stuff, but I can easily just easily bypass all of that and jump straight into putting trees around the area. Why not? I know I'm not going to use it. So a couple of trees here, a couple of trees all over in this direction, another one over here, another one over in here, maybe another one over here, and then another one all the way over here, and that should be our trees for this area, which I, of course, forgot to add went off camera. And then a couple of other ones I may have forgotten to add off camera, but don't worry, I don't need to bother that too much. We can just go straight into, I don't know where else to go other than, let's actually go this way. Let's continue down the circle I remember creating at the beginning of this series, and potentially some space over here for a flat ride, but I do not think it could be usable. Why? What's the point in using it when you already know there's a ride in here that can actually do something? So what's the point in doing anything over here when you can just actually put trees in between and call it a day? So yeah, that's another place I forgot to add trees. Thank you, Jalen, for reminding me. And by Jalen, I mean, hindsight Jalen. If that's the appropriate term for it. So that's the beginning loop done. We go to the section back where we continued on over here. And we have another spot for a flat ride, and I think a Magnificent Rides pack could be used here. Let me toggle. I'm going to toggle filters. I'm going to toggle Magnificent Rides Collection. And let's see what I can and can't build. I can do Ascendance, Hyper Jump, Power Moves. What's Ascendance? Oh, this ride! Is the hyper jump almost similar in a sense? Yeah, sort of similar almost. In fact, I could do 2 and 1 in here because they're so small. Yeah, I can do 2 and 1 in here. And then put another ride in between. That's sweet. So entrance over here, exit back here. I can actually get it in the back. Like that. And let's do some connections. Easy. Oh, is that Q? That's Q. Easy Q this way. Easy exit here. Oh no, I don't want it to curve. I want it to go straight. I know, I'm not that original, I swear to God. The next part in this is I can go over here, go back to rides, and then grab the Ascendance and do the same thing. We can do the same thing this way. Entrance on this side, this time, and then exit over here, and then we work off of that. Although technically I would say that because of room reasons, I would intentionally just go in and be like, sure, I could add that, but maybe place the exit on the front of the ride instead. Would that be a reasonable idea? Probably. Yes, no, maybe. I mean, you never know with this kind of stuff, now would ya? And then to top it all off, I did also promise another ride over here to sweeten up the deal. We got a Grand Carousel. We could use a Swift Eagles. I haven't done that yet. Because this is kind of sort of almost the Magnificent Ride section of the park. We could easily just work off of that. I am very afraid of connecting... I'm very afraid of the possibilities that that entrance can have. But again, Let's just do it. Entrance down here. Exit over here. There we go. That should be reasonable enough, don't you guys think? I mean, chances are, we're bound to have something. We are bound to have something as we keep going with this. And for those of you wondering, oh, is this just going to be flat rides? Oh, I'm gonna have a tracked ride for you. Skip ahead to this particular location if you want to see the tracked ride. So where else did I say? Where else did I say I was going to have special pieces? I think I had that. The jungle was already all set. I added a few trees in between just to sweeten the deal. I did add the Monteleone in this path already, so that should be no problemo. Witch's Haunt's already there, which covers that section, so we're all set there. The lake area I have to cover later, because that's the tracked ride that we want to work with. Over here, I did also start flattening this section up, but with all the trees in the way, it's probably not reasonable to put anything over here. Then again, you could also argue that I could put like a... Then again, you could also argue that I could build like a tracked ride, or maybe even... What's the interactive rides? No? Let's see what blueprints are here to sweeten up the deal. Quick draw! And how big is this? Because if we want to attract peeps to this side of the park, I'm pretty sure we're going to need something up here that can really be useful. Then again, I doubt we'll even need this in general to begin with. Then again, there is another section of park that I actually had over here that could also be really useful. Not gonna lie, but I could also flatten out this section a little bit just to put some sweet stuff in here. And that reminds me, I'm gonna go ahead and start deleting some trees while I'm here, just to get that stuff sorted out of the way. So delete all of... Let me just make sure that... Let me just make sure all the trees that I need are... Click to add remove. Got it. Yeah, let me just make sure all the trees that I want to delete are actually deleted. You know what I mean? Because this is the point where I want to start terraforming, and... Yeah. Of course I want to start flattening out this area, because I definitely want to start using this for potentially another ride. Of course there's going to be a cliffed area over here to begin with, not going to lie, because chances are everything in this section needs to be flattened out just to make this all work. And just to sweeten up the deal, let's go ahead and put a smooth section over here and just lower the exposition of that rock. I mean, that other piece of rock's going to be hidden anyways, not going to lie. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and average out this area too if I need to. It's like roughen up if need be. Or, what is it? Chiseling up. Chiseling up should be an idea here too, but if I do too much, then that's going to be a problem. So I go back to track rides. I need an interactive area just to spice things up over here. And what better way to do that than with quick draw? So this is definitely a spot to work with, but I don't think I have it in the right direction, honestly. What's over here? That's not the entrance. This is not the entrance. Holy shit! Are you kidding me? You have it over here. Oh, that's the entrance exit section. Okay. Oh, a Wild Western themed too. Oh, good. I think we got ourselves a deal here, friends. So let's add this. If I could, I can make it work. What the? I'm gonna have to do some serious work. My mistake for actually closing that while not looking. So over here is gonna be that section. Just make sure that everything's in place. If I have to keep clicking just to get this down. What's wrong with this? Why is it not... Oh, is it finally... Oh yeah, does it have to load all the scenery just to get this to work? Because I think I clicked down so many times. Yep, there we go. It just needed to load the scenery. Okay, this is why as of this recording I am getting a... This is why as of this recording I am absolutely, and no lie, getting a new graphics card. So by the next few videos, you should be able to see an improvement in quality. Oh. I went way too under with that. Oh my god. Do I have a path height marker like I do with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, or do I just have to connect the path just like that? I can connect the path like that. It's not a big deal. Similarly with the exit, I can just connect it up with this little path, and it would still be an easy combined path, not gonna lie. It works out the same way, honestly. And it's no real problemo if you think about it. But I think the real problemo here is that those that are on the exit, rather, are going to have a problem over here, given that there's a big ol' heckin' target in the way. I wouldn't be too surprised, though. It is just... Excuse. Maybe would this work if I actually did it from here? There we go, that's what I wanted. So yeah, I'm gonna be surprised to see how many guests would probably react to having a huge giant target that's supposed to belong to this ride be involved in this situation. I mean, you guys tell me in the comments if that's kind of gonna be weird to you, but I don't know yet. I just don't know. It's a big, what-if statement here. Track rides. No, rides. I need to filter out... I need to stop the filter for Magnificent Rides. And at this point, we can probably declare the rest of this unusable terrain easy peasy. I can go ahead and chisel this out now. I mean, it is going to look ugly as fuck, but roughing it up can easily handle things here. Oh god, I don't want to rough in that direction. I actually want to flatten to surface. That is probably not the direction I want to go. Can I just flatten to foundation here to start things off, and make it a little smaller just because I want to get a nice low ground on where the actual low point of the park is. Just so I can get some groundwork done. So like that much should be working, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong. I almost thought my game crashed. No, it turns out the game was saving, auto-saving. Funny, autosave works every time. I mean, I have played this game. I have played this game for long enough for the autosave to actually kick in, so it's not a big deal. But anyway, smooth out the area, why don't you? But not have that big trench in the way. So I'm gonna have to flatten to this area. And get that big hole out of here. Like that much. And then just flatten to surface. Oh god, just so I can, matter of fact, flatten this section to foundation. Just so I can get that little big giant nose out of the way. Flatten this to surface. Which has left me with this gigantic piece of terrain that I probably do not want, so God help me. And I can easily push it out of the way. What a big glitch. Anyway, flatten to foundation again. And then I can just smoothly and safely flatten to surface one more time. Flatten to foundation. It's going to take a heckin' while to make sure that this all works correctly. Smoothing it out. Yeah, the small trench didn't hurt anybody now, did it? And then again, I don't even think it's going to be usable at that point. The giant crevice down below is not going to be too much of a problem. Then again, the only rescue point is probably going to be this area over here, where I have my cursor. If anybody does decide to fall down here by some stupid chance, I don't even think anybody would because of that Q path. But I think we get the idea. So I think with that, I have another idea for a path over here. A little shortcut, if you will. We can just grab this little path. I'll bring it up to 33 feet. And we're going to connect starting from here. Because what's going to happen is we're going to start connecting from there. Do this. Because then what we're going to do is bring it down like that. Down like this. And then it connects up easy like that. A little shortcut to the kitty section. Not gonna lie, it still works. And how so does it work? Well, you figure it out. Speaking of paths, there's a huge giant dead end over here that could really be killed off at some point. Like over here. I have this huge giant dead end where I thought I would use something to... I would have something here that could really work. But it turns out I don't actually need that. So let's just get rid of it. Bye! I mean, it does create an unnecessarily wide path, but I think we all get the picture here. Hold up, what happened to this ride? Am I missing something here, or is that... Oh, Sky Temple. Oh, that's the... bottom piece to the Sky Temple. I get it. Okay. I'm a derp. Me be stupido. Actually, I think I have a plan for this one. If editing Jalen can bring out a rubber hammer for this moment, me be stupido. Oh my god, I absolutely love how the bonk actually paused the game for me. That has gotta be funny. Oh, Jesus Christ. Planet Coaster, can you, help yourself here, please? And finally, I think I had a good moment with this. I did say I want a track ride over here, and I'm going to keep my promise to that, but that's going to be a big problem. Because if we look at it, powered rides, ring racers, is that a go-karts? That's a simple go-karts without any additional scenery to go with it. I'd have to raise it up to make it work. Or put it underground somehow. It would be like our second go-kart track with our... thing up above. Although I highly doubt it would even work. Let's shift up and see how far... Okay. With all the supports in the way, I'm pretty sure it will work. Get this baby over here. Get the high-rising ring racers. A high-rise, if you will. Am I going standard issue big city style with this? Oh, wait. If you think about the scenery very carefully here... Obstructed? Oh, did I accidentally click somewhere I shouldn't have? I wonder, could I actually do... No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. There we go. And then do that, and then bring this down again. It's a little experiment, and I remember doing this in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but I wonder if it works here too. Because it would be... Because I'm pretty sure people would absolutely despise this stuff, if you think about it. Having to go through a spiral staircase just to get to a ride from the high ground. And people also wondering, oh, what's this about? Then they look up and they'd be like, oh, a very exciting go-karts track. Count me in, maybe. Of course, the path shouldn't really be too much of a problem. I've done this before in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. And it should still work like a charm, just... It has its limits as well. If you think about it. It has its big limits. And then to finish it off, I can just go down here and then finish it off like a simple... Work our way... Actually... I can stop the thing here, because I'm gonna do a little trick with the exit path, too. Although this one might be a little bit too much of a tight squeeze, if you think about it. Oh no, I don't want that, I want this. There we are. Because then we, do this, and then shorthand, we go like that. Not like that, like, oh wait. Because then I can go like that, and then, if I did this right, there we go. That's smooth. That's the smooth curve I want. Because then we can go like this, run through the trees. Of course, I can delete trees if I need to, unless I want that path overgrown, which I probably don't. And then make a smooth curve back to this section. If I can actually... There we go. See, let me just... I don't know, I can't delete trees, can I? I can do it like that, but probably not with the path tool, like I would with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, given... The scenery was basically in the way of everything in the Roller Coaster Tycoon series in general. Frontier just took Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 at this point and just took a step up with all the new features and all the new scenery tools and what have you. Put their own little features in for, I don't know what they did to incorporate all these features, and just said, here you go, Roller Coaster Tycoon world, we one-upped you. Hey, I have a good moment for, or rather, should this be the thumbnail? Here, I'm gonna do this as a backup plan. Let's go down here. And then just do this. I think it's this button that does the screenshots. Let me check. There it is. Yeah, that's my thumbnail. Unless the splash boats I'm about to build will help me out here. I remember I had an Armada once an armada splash boats at one point while I was building, or rather while I was making this stuff. And of course, not gonna lie, not everything's a good show. So if I went to track rides, put down a water ride, it would be not the blueprint, it would actually be down here with the armada. That was the original boat ride that I had. Like, I can't even tell where I had it, because once I started building these, that original splash boats was just gone in a flash. And a matter of fact, I don't want the station like that, I want the station the other way. Oh, and look, easy peasy. It can go right underneath one of the inversions of the success coaster. There we go. And chances are we're going to have something reasonable to work with, so long as I use the features. Wait. Oh, Armada, okay. Wait a minute. When I originally built this, I don't recall there being any drop points. Then again, I don't think I had any drop points. It was originally down here. And then I finished off like that, but look at that. There's no room. Oh, simple solution. I can take this long piece that I accidentally put and shorten that to 42.06, if I could. 6.5. Simple. Put that, and then start building this. How big is it? Well, well, good enough. We'll work with that. Because then I have a wide section to work with a splash. Not up. Because then I want a wide section to the right. Because by then, what I can do is ensure that any extra splash goes to the right. It does look awkward, yes, I'm aware of that. And this is also me failing to realize that, yes, there was a splash section on this boat that we could have worked with. Is this... The autosave's gonna work at this thing again, isn't it? I figured. Oh yeah, I can't go up with this, I can only go down. And then I work my way around like this. And then I start going up again. And that's gonna dig underground. Let me go ahead and delete that and go one more up. Is that gonna dig? It is probably not gonna dig, if you think about it. There's no autocomplete for this part? Really? Autocomplete not available for this ride. That makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. So then if I just did... I could easily go 15 degrees to the left here. Then again, the same trick would have been done if I just went 75 degrees on this curve. Like that. And then just started a immediate path back, like this. To have a little bit of the coaster run through the pre-made that I have here. And I did say I was going to go underneath, but underneath the thingy, but I don't think that's even possible now, is it? So now let me just go do this. Quick check here to see if I can actually complete. I cannot. Then again, I can. And that's our solution. Chances are as well, though, that I am going to have to put down some scenery to make this a little more interesting, but I don't know exactly the aesthetics to that. Chances are as well that I could also expand the lake to make this work. But then again, on second thought, why in God's name did I, of all people, have a ride like that? Better plan. Delete that. Then delete... Does it go in this direction? Delete... Oh no, I'm deleting the station! I don't want to delete the station. I want to go here, then delete that. Because I want to put one more... If I'm going to make this more interesting, I want to put one more splash section down. Obstructed by the coaster of all things. So if I do this again, this time over here, go as high as I possibly can, obstruct it again, go up here, probably not, go up here, probably not again. I'm never gonna get this right. I did say 75 degrees, but I don't think 75 degrees is possible anymore. Can we try 90 degrees instead? 90 degrees is possible. So then I can try this and do the same thing. Up, up, up. I don't even need to say it anymore. Up is just going to be the exact same idea. I wonder, can I make this work? I could, but technically that would mean just going on a curved path. Let's lower it a little bit and see how that works out. I mean, I don't want to ruin the good vibes of that one, honestly. Let's just leave it at this and... Oh, no, wait. Let's just leave it at this and be done with it. Yeah, I really don't want to ruin the good vibe moment of that section anyway, but sometimes you really have to work with it, roll with the punches here. And work around with what you got. And then we go back over here, and that should still be sort of in the path that we want. Then again, we can also do this, and that would still work. I'm going to leave a little extra space as well, just because I want to make this work. Then again, I could also do something similar and not have that big giant splash, and go like that. And make it still work, like I did with the other splash boat, and it still works the same way. Oh. That thing flashed for a minute. Was it going to work? Oh, 45 degrees, and then we connect like that. Perfect! Because now we have a space over here to work with. Now let me just finish up this section by doing a little smoothing out of the rough work that we did. This may also include some smoothing out over here to remove some exposed rock, which should also work the same way. And that's a big reason, too, because if I accidentally did one side that way, then chances are there's going to be another way that could also do the same thing. Then again, I have to go back here and do another thing with entrance. Let's try this No, I could do it over here. And then the exit, in the similar vein to how it was on that side, let's just put it over there. Perfect. As for entrance, I wish the length... I mean, I could technically adjust the length here and not kill you guys with having to repeat paths over and over again. I mean, when one's used to one particular area, they're probably not going to change their habits of just doing a repetitive task over and over again. And that's basically me. At this point, I can stop here because I'm going to do the exact same thing like I did with the go-karts and just do a... not a queue path, but this path. Then again, I could actually do this. Up instead, and then work our butt around like so. And in reality, that should still work the same way. This isn't a splash section, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem now, is it? And then to top it all off, we're gonna ease into that 33 feet mark. Because I've never done the intermediates. I've never done the intermediate paths, so I want to see how that looks. I mean, we'll work with it. And let's see how it looks anyway. I also never done this method of just easing into a particular path size. And then again, I also never seen it done, period. But at the same time as well, because the queue path and the actual path itself is very far away from the actual path that we're used to, chances are that we're also going to have to add something here to spice up the place and attract peeps over here if they need to. Then again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But really what I could also add is another shop. Where's the drinks? Drink shops. Baroque's drinks. What kind of stuff is this? What kind of stores are these? I can't even see their logos. Pipshot and... oh, Pipshot. And another bit of Gulpy to go with it if I can find the Planet Coaster themed drinks section. Planet Drinks, yes. Coffee and... is that the Gulpy cow? Or what's that cow? The Moo Moo. I know it's Moo Moo, but... isn't Moo Moo from Pokemon? This is... Gulpy's a little different. Cosmic Cow. It's Cosmic Cow.
Street Fox Coffee.
But what about... oh, if I can replace that Cosmic Cow, let me just delete the Cosmic Cow milkshakes. If I can actually... can I split this off from... edit building. I need to edit building. There we go. First off, get rid of Cosmic Cow milkshakes. Get rid of that awning. This is going to be a... no, I want to delete that. This is going to be a big, gigantic modification of the... this is going to be a big, gigantic modification to the drink stall. Custom. Where's the custom Gulpy? Gulpy Energy, Gulpy Slush, Gulpy Soda. Let's do gulpy soda. And try to fit this in. Oh no, like that. Need an awnings for this. Shop signs, I need gulpy. To make it easier for me, I haven't done the search yet. Let me just go ahead and do that. Gulpy, I need gulpy soda. Gulpy energy, gulpy slush, gulpy soda. Wall sign 2 lit. And lucky me, we can just do this. And then we need an awning. To finish it off. If I can align this well, that would be nice. And boom. There we go. A modification that includes Street Fox coffee and a gulpy soda instead. Or rather, would you also want to see a gulpy energy instead of a Street Fox coffee? I've had too much Street Fox coffee in my place before, not gonna lie. Gulpy energy or gulpy, what's the other one? Gulpy slush? What do you want, gulpy energy or gulpy slush in that little area where Street Fox coffee is now? That's one place to start, and please let me know down in the comments on what you want to see. So that's basically going to do it for today's episode of Planet Coaster. Next time we see each other, the results of what you guys wanted for the replacement for Street Fox coffee over here. For any rides that I've built myself, we'll finalize some colors. And not to mention as well, we will have a grand finale on Twitch to celebrate to celebrate this whole thing. Actually, we don't even need to celebrate on Twitch because not only that, but I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to have your names featured in this series, featured on coasters. So, on Twitter, at some point on Twitter, I'm going to photograph some of these coasters asking who wants their persona on this coaster. First to reply gets it. Only one per. Stay tuned for that. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, leave a like, post your comments, hit subscribe with that notification bell, share this video with your friends, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time.